What's good, everybody? I hope you and your partner had a great New Year's. And if not, we are going to look into why that is. And we're going to see if there's anything that, maybe you can do to help improve this situation, this relationship, in these couple counseling readings, all right? So in these readings, what we're going to do is we're going to get an overall message. We're going to pull an overall message surrounding your relationship. We're going to pull one for you, one for your partner. We're also going to get some shadow attributes and light attributes. These are your strengths and your where you thrive and where you have some problematic tendencies, if you will. Okay, so it's important to look into that part of you when you are trying to rebuild your relationship, right? Okay, so we're going to look into the good and the bad of your relationship. We're also going to get you some advice on what you need to know, what you can do to work, what you can work on, and do to possibly help this relationship get back on track. Remember, you are only responsible for your part. If your partner isn't putting in their work, then the relationship might not work out. So you have to be honest and truthful with yourself if your partner is putting in the same amount of effort that you are, okay, when we look into these readings. All right, we're also going to get you some advice and guidance on how you can move forward. On how to move forward with or without your person. It doesn't. That's always going to be, free will is always at play. All right, guys. So let's jump into this. So the first card is the overall message for your relationship. The overall message for Group 1's relationship, please. Overall message. We have the Page of Earth. Scholarly, cheerful, dependable, mischievous. Time to get to work. An excellent opportunity presents itself. Happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships, a new area of study. So, somebody could be furthering their education, their career, and that's like the umbrella energy over your relationship. So you could be trying to decide, how to move forward. Maybe you want to do this. This is coming in for one person and the other person isn't happy about it. It could be something like that. All right, so let's get one for you. And remember, guys, when we're dealing with energy, it could be vice versa. So if I'm pulling for you, but you're like, no, that's not me, that's my partner, then switch the energies, okay? You know your story, and never try to make anything fit. So if I'm pulling a story about a third party, and you're like, that's not really my story, then don't try and make it fit, okay? All right, so let's get one overall message for you. A message for you. We have the Six of Cups, Six of Water. This is children or childhood, revisiting old dreams or plans, embracing your inner child, the return of people and romances from your past, romanticizing how things used to be. So it could be you that's kind of considering an old childhood dream that you might be considering taking on. Again, and then people could be returning to your life from the past. whatever you're choosing to invest in, it looks like it's going to be very abundant with the Ace of Earth and the Wheel. So whatever you're thinking about investing in, it might be. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be successful, okay, whatever you're deciding to invest in. But then you have the Lovers and the Knight of Air. So you might be having some pushback from your partner. This is something you want to invest in, and your partner's thinking, well, we're already stable, we're already good in our life right now. Why would you want to risk that? They see it as reckless, but you're trying to chase after what it is that that fulfills you. Okay, so that's where the overall umbrella energy for your relationship, where you're coming from, where your partner's coming from, okay? All right, so let's pull some strengths and areas that you need to work on. Call those the shadow attributes, okay? So let's get some light attributes and shadow attributes for you. Can I get some? We're going to get your light attribute first. Light attribute for group 1. Light attribute. We got the Hermit. Seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. So yeah, it's kind of your strength, what's benefiting you, what Spirit is encouraging right now, what Spirit is applauding, if you will, is this revisiting these old passions, these old dreams. And it doesn't have to be, when I want to grow up, I want to be a firefighter. No, like it could just be like, I really wanted to be a businessman. And so, whatever that is, it doesn't have to be something like a doctor or lawyer. It could be something like, I really wanted to, draw caricatures, on the street, something like that. But you're serving your own creativity. And that's why you're getting some pushback from your partner, because you could be really stable financially, and they're like, whatever it is that you want to follow, it's going to crumble the stability, and they see it as reckless. So you're getting that pushback. But this is what your light attributes is you're serving your personal creativity. So, and whatever that whatever you are creating, it's gonna bring you abundance and maybe unexpected progress. You're gonna have this shock at how things start progressing. What's the shadow attributes for group 1? Shadow attributes for group 1. So these are your negative shadow attributes, things that you need to work on. You got the Child Eternal. Inability to grow up and be responsible. Extreme codependency on others for physical security. I mean, if you're not the one who, excuse me, if you're not the one who's, excuse me, if you're not the one who is codependent on others for physical security, this could be a toxic trait of yours to play that like rescuer role and always be the provider. And you allow people to depend on you. Maybe you like that. Can we get one more for the shadow? One for the shadow. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I'm just... We got the dilettante. I'm asking for the shadow, and it says pretentious to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. Why? Okay. Well, let's break this down before we move on to your partner, okay? So you're following your dreams. You're trying to, you know, you're in this hermit mode of solitude. You know, you're trying to seek more to life, right? Okay, so let's look into this. Where to start, guys? Sorry. Let's look into this. Let's start by looking into your shadow, okay? What can you tell us about the child eternal? Inability to grow up and be responsible. Extreme dependency on others for physical security. I don't get this as you. We have the 5 of Wands. Okay, so 5 of Wands, 8 of Swords in reverse. So you're getting a lot of pushback from the people around you, right? Because you are in this mode of like, yeah, we might be stable with work and in our home life, but you know, I'm not happy. I feel trapped. And so you're trying to get out of this stuck, stagnant, trapped, unhappy, unfulfilling energy, and you're getting pushback. And it could be from a mother figure. It could be your mother, the mother of your children. It's like this person they don't want you to have this new start, this new beginning, because they might be afraid that you might see how many options you really have available to you. It's almost like they feel like they're not good enough, and when you go out there and start seeing what they see is, oh well, these people are better than me, that you might leave. So this new beginning that you want to invest in, they want to kill it. They want to keep you, you know, they want to put these boundaries up so you can't, you know, you're so afraid of getting beat up that you don't want to move. Yeah, they're afraid that they're afraid that if you get up the strength that you're going to move forward, that you're going to get the strength to move away from them and go towards your new beginning. So this child eternal, I don't think it's you that's, you know, dependent on others, more that other people are dependent on you, and that's why they wanted to keep you in that stuck energy. And the fact that you're trying to free yourself from it, it's causing conflict. Your partner might be trying to keep you blindfolded, unclear, so you won't cut them out, because they really depend on the money that you give them. So again, this is a toxic trait for you to have to overcome. So, okay, so this is the one that I wasn't really feeling, but we're going to look into this. When I was asking for the shadow attributes, pretentious, pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. Sorry, guys. I'm not really sure why that came out. I'm not making the connections just yet. The Tower. Okay, so the King of Swords is someone who is very knowledgeable, right? Oh, and then it's like whatever. Hold on, guys. All right. So let me understand this a little bit better. What is the King of Swords? What is the King of Swords? Okay, so you're... Come on, guys. Okay, so the King of Swords is someone who is very knowledgeable. He's very clear-minded. He's wise, right? So he has all the information that he needs to make a solid decision. But the truth is he's deceiving himself with the Page of Swords. He's deceiving himself about this heartbreak, about this unfulfilling relationship. And with the Tower, it's like what you've built up might come crashing down. And it's been keeping you up at night. It's been stressing you out, because you know to have this victory, you have to make a decision. And with Judgment, it's something that's very final. It's final. And it could be something that you've built up. It took a lot of time to build this up. This home. Okay. Okay. So this is why I wasn't getting this, because it's like Spirit's like, you think you know, but you really don't. It was kind of like a side note. But you are going internally, right? So let's... It's like... It's probably not the message you wanted to hear. I know. But when you create, when you begin to create a new reality for yourself, and then, you know, when I say a new reality, I'm not saying, you know, you're cutting out all the people in your life and starting over. No, it's just like creating what it is, the life and just the life that you want to live with, when it comes to your home life, when it comes to your work, when you start to create that, the universe requires you to release. It's like an exchange. I'll give you this, but in turn I expect this, right? It's something like that. So instead of asking you for something like crazy, like blood sacrifice, you know, something like that, the universe is just asking you, hey, you have to cut out the things that do not align with what it is that you're asking for. So here you are trying to, you know, create something that calls to your spirit, right? You're going internally and you're connecting with the divine, with the universe, to follow your passions, your creativity. And the universe is like, okay, I can give this to you, right? We're talking about abundance and the, you know, the wheel. It's gonna, whatever you begin to build is gonna flourish. But you have someone over here that you've already built something with that is not in the same energy, you know, vibrational match as what it is that you're trying to create, to draw in. So this is where you have to make a decision. Are you going to stay in the past, or are you going to have that wheel move forward? But the sacrifice is releasing those people, places, and things that do not match the vibration of what it is that you're trying to create. And that could be very disappointing and very heartbreaking. Because you wanted this person to come. You know, you wanted this person to encourage what it was that you were doing, and they just weren't. It might feel burdensome. Okay. Yeah. This is causing a lot of grief and sadness in your life. It's gonna feel very chaotic, but you're really unfulfilled. You have to be truthful with yourself that you're not happy in this current situation. Okay, so communicating that with your partner is going to be important, and do it in a very loving way. You know, it's, again, you know, your partner could be very happy with the way their life is right now, and they're like, why do you want to change it? Everything's cool here. Why would you want to shake that up? I'm getting like, I don't know why, I just got like Power. You know, I don't know if you guys seen that show, Power, where, you know, Ghost wants to go legit, and, you know, Tasha's like, you know, he's like, what did you think, you know, what did you think I was gonna be? And she's like, the biggest drug dealer in New York. And I'm not saying this is that you're a drug dealer, but but that I'm getting that kind of vibe. Like, he wants to do something that's really like, that calls to his spirit. Like the whole point of doing what he was doing was to eventually get out of it, you know. And but the people that he had surrounding him, they weren't trying to get out of that life, right? And it's kind of that kind of energy that you're trying to go on this new path that calls to you, and the people around you, they're not with it. And it could be a lover. All right, guys. All right, so let's look into this wheel and this Ace of Earth. Okay, so if you're following your passions, right? You're following your creativity. Let's see what's going to come if you continue on this path of following your creativity, okay? You're going to really need to stand your ground. You're really going to need to stand your ground because there's going to be a lot of people coming after you because they're like, why are you trying to change things up now, right? So these people are, yeah, you're going to have people that are going to come and try and start up trouble, start up it, just create issues for you, okay? So be mindful of that. Stand your ground. Don't engage in this tit for tat, back and forth fighting. Don't do that, because that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna try to get under your skin. As you're standing your ground, the reason why Spirit's saying stand your ground is because you're gonna have a lot to celebrate, a lot of abundance, a lot of, you know, good fortune and happiness with the Sun at the bottom. That's why Spirit's saying stand your ground on what it is that you want to create, because that's going to bring in a lot of happiness. But you know, ooh, we got the 8 of Cups and the 6 of Swords. A lot of walking away from the people that don't align with your vision. Okay. All right. So let's look into your partner. All right. Let's look into your partner. You know, your lover, they think this new path that you want to take is very reckless. Why do you want to come in and disrupt what we've already built, right? That's what your partner's saying. So let's see what their strengths are and what their and the things that they need to work on. Let's look at the light attributes for Power One's Group One's partner. What are the light attributes for Group One's partner? All right. Light attributes for Group One's partner. Okay. So, we have the Teacher. So this is the ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. So, you know, this is could be why you really like this person, right? That you see them as wise. They're a great communicator, right? Ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Okay. Let's get one more for your partner's light attributes. One more for Group One's partner. Light attributes for Group One's partner. And then we got Child Magical. Seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that anything's possible. So you see them as very, you know, knowledgeable and skillful and wise, and that they have been the kind of person that's like, you know, anything's possible. And they could be telling you, you know, that, yeah, that's possible, but we've already built that. What you're trying to do is reckless. Okay. So let's see what their shadow attributes are. Can I get 2 for Group One's partner? Shadow. Okay, we got 2. So we have the Liberator and Avenger. So the liberator, the shadow attributes of the liberator says imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate. So this is the person who's telling you, of course, anything's possible. You can do anything. But they're kind of it's almost like they're trying to imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate. With the Avenger resorting to violence in the name of a cause. So this person could be getting physical with you. Dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. We have at the bottom the beggar. So this kind of ties into what your shadow attributes were, and that was remember I was saying that your shadow attribute is the fact that you allow yourself to play that role of always providing, and that it's almost keeping people codependent on you. And that's what's been keeping you from being able to move forward to something that is more balanced in your life. The need to end something with somebody who claims to be very loving. Remember, of the light attributes of your partner is teacher and child magical. The ability to communicate knowledge, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief in that anything's possible. Anything's possible. That's what the Queen of Cups does. But down here in the shadow attributes, they might be manipulating, trying to manipulate you into believing that what you're doing is reckless because they're dependent on you. And you think you know, but you don't know this, maybe. Okay, so let's see. What can you tell us about it? Okay. I didn't even get to ask my question. But these two, your partner is very afraid of being out in the cold, having to fend for themselves, if you will. They don't know how to take care of themselves. So in order to keep you in order for them to be secure, they have to know that they have you in check, if you will. Yeah. And this person could be getting violent with you, physically violent. What can you tell us about the teacher? Yeah, this is the whole anything's possible. Hold on, guys. This is the whole anything's possible, right? Of course you can do anything you put your mind to, but the truth is they're deceptive. They're manipulative. Because they don't want you to move on. Yeah, there needs to be balance in this relationship, because this person could be getting this person could be getting physically violent with you. All right. So I kept trying to clarify the teacher and the child magical, this whole sweet, knowledgeable, wise, anything's possible. This is, I'm almost getting like a toxic positivity. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that's something you could have really liked about them, that they had this positive, way about them, that they saw beautiful things in everything. But there is such a thing as toxic positivity, You can't think everything's all beautiful and sunshine and roses, and ignore the dark sides of how you behave. That has to be looked at too. Because they're so positive and this is how things should be, that they're actually manipulating you and sabotaging your dreams. The one that claims anything is possible if you just put your mind to it type of energy is saying what you're doing is stupid and reckless. And it's all because they don't want to lose what you bring to them. And then we have the thief, lover, victim. Yeah. Stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or powers you think you lack. You think you lack this power, and it's not really that you lack the ability to do it. It's just this person is planting seeds in your mind that you don't have it in you to do it. Oh yeah, anything's possible, but that's really reckless. We can lose our house, the kids can lose their, their college funds, whatever it is, something like that. All right, so let's see. Let's look into this Liberator card, okay? This says imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate. We have this the Strength card, What is this Liberator card? Okay, wow. Okay. All right, so this person is someone who comes off as very sweet and caring, right? But the truth is she's trying to exert strength over her partner who wants to start this new path, something that he or she feels more fulfilled in, that they feel is going to bring more abundance, right? And this person is really holding their ground, right? Why? Because this is how they came out. This sweet lover, their partner, is actually pretty toxic. Look how this couple, on the outside, it looks very beautiful, right? Very colorful, very wonderful life. But behind the scenes, they're actually tied to some kind of toxicity. And it's not so much one person who's overpowering the other one. If the person who's overpowering the other one is doing so, it's because they're sitting in some devil energy themselves. So they're both bound to this devil. We got the Hangman. What's the Hangman? It's like, you need to get a different perspective because you're not seeing things clearly. You need to get a different perspective to make the cut, because right now you're blindfolded. You can't see what it is that you need to do to move forward. Well, that's the thing. Standing your ground, it's okay. So it's not, I don't think, okay, so it could be that you're not seeing how difficult it may be for you to really stand your ground against everybody that's going to come after you. So maybe that's why Spirit's trying to give you a heads up. This person is very dependent on your finances. So they're gonna throw a lot at you. That's why Spirit's saying be grounded. Be very grounded, because this person, as sweet and as positive as this person might come off, this person is very dependent, very codependent on you. And they are proud. Yeah, this person is going to be very aggressive with you. This person is going to try and end you, you know, by the words that they speak, the actions that they take. If they're violent already, you just be careful. Don't engage. Really don't engage. Let's look into this Avenger. We were looking into the Liberator, not the Avenger, but we're already getting some violence, man. Keep your boundaries up with this person, because this person could get violent with you. Get restraining orders. Do what you need to do. Maybe change. What is this? Be careful. Oh God, guys. I hate when this kind of stuff comes through, but I'm just gonna say it just as just something that everybody, when going through toxic and very difficult breakups, this person could be very right. We're talking about the Shadow Avenger. All right, this is resorting to violence in the name of a cause. You can't leave this family. This person is already someone who can get potentially violent. So this person could try to do something to your car in order to harm you. So be very, very careful. Be very mindful of that, okay? If you have a garage, keep your... man, I don't know what your situation is. If you guys are still living together, if you do relocate, don't allow this person to know where you stay. Don't let, you know, put up boundaries with the people that you know. Let them know that I don't want to know about them. I don't want you telling them about me. You know, put up those boundaries, because I don't know why. I really got that somebody could probably do something to your car. So be very, very, very careful, please. We're talking about your partner. They come off very sweet and innocent, but behind closed doors, they're very codependent and very manipulative and angry. So guys, yeah, that's what I got. Wow, okay. All right, let's see, what is it that you need to know? Let's get you what it is that you need to know and some advice and guidance. What is the message for you that you need to know? So we got the Moon and then the Eight of Earth. Okay, the Moon says, listen to your intuition and pay attention to the signs from the divine. Unnecessary worry. Let go of your fears. Revelations that will make everything clear. Okay, so the Moon talks about illumination, and then the Eight of Earth, learning all you can about a subject or a career, going back to school or taking a seminar or finding a mentor. Attention to detail, skilled work that you love. This is going back to you and what it is that you wanted to build, and what, you know, your overall energy. It talks about promotions, scholarships, stuff like that. And then we're ending with the Eight of Earth that talks about the same thing, you know, building your skill set. But you weren't able to do that because there were secrets, things that were hidden, things that weren't making sense. And it's the fact that there's certain things that in your life that you have to release. Okay? Any final advice and guidance? Okay, we got the Six of Water again. Revisiting old dreams or plans, embracing your inner child. The return of people or romances from your past. Romanticizing how things used to be. Don't live in that nostalgic energy, okay? Because that can create conflicts within yourself and with others. Because people will, play on your emotions. Oh, do you remember this? You know, remember, we used to have such good times. Don't let people play on your emotions, okay? All right, walk away from the drama. Stand up for yourself. That is your advice. All right, guys, I hope you found this helpful, and we will see you guys next week, all right? All right, group number 2, welcome to your couples counseling tarot session. So we're going to start off by pulling one of these Angel Wisdom tarot cards to get the overall message for your relationship. This is like the umbrella energy that's over your relationship at this moment. We're going to pull a message for you, a message from your person, and then we're going to break it down, okay? We're going to pull some shadow attributes and light attributes. This is where your strengths and areas that you need to work on for both you and your partner, and we'll look into the energies between you in your relationship. Okay, so we have the Ten of Fire. Working too hard or too many hours, the need for balance in life, let others help you, health problems due to stress. So somebody could be working too much, somebody could be having some health issues at the moment, okay? So that's the energy kind of over your relationship. All right, so let's pull a message for you, and then we'll pull a message for your person. Remember, guys, when we're working with energies, if I'm pulling energies for you, but you're like, no, that's not me, that's my person, then switch the energies, okay? It could, vice versa. That's, yeah. You know your story. Remember, don't make things fit if they don't fit. If you're like, this isn't my story, this isn't your story, don't try and make things fit, okay? All right, so let's get a message for you. A message for you, please. Okay, we have 2. We got the Ace of Fire and the Renewal card. So this says reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness, a time to head in a new direction, clarity on your life's purpose. In your heart, you know what to do. Okay. And then the Ace of Fire says, an amazing opportunity. Be bold, courageous, and optimistic. Now is the time to take action. Do what you're passionate about. Okay. Let's see. Let me get a couple messages from your person, and then we'll break them down. Sometimes I need to get other cards to help me bring in the story if I'm not getting it right away. Let me get 2 cards for your person. 2 cards for your person. 2 cards for your person, please. Okay, so it says brilliant, talented, independent, controlling. There is nothing you can't do. Believe in yourself. Never underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. A need for balance, career, and personal life. So, it could be your person that is putting in a lot of hours and they're not. You're trying to tell them you need to balance out your life because it's causing you a lot of stress, and it's affecting your health, and it's affecting me. One more for your person. Okay, so we got the Ten of Cups, but it came in reverse. Okay, I don't usually take these ones in reverse, but I think it's emphasizing. The Ten of Cups talks about like a happy home life. It's just emphasizing that your person putting in too many hours at work is causing kind of like instability in your home life, right? So I think I'm kind of starting to understand this a little bit better right now. On your side, it's like, okay, so I don't, we're talking about couples therapy. This is couples therapy. So this talks a lot about going after your passions, right? So it's not saying, so what it's kind of breaking you guys up, right? Into healing that you need to do on your end, and healing that he or she needs to do on their end to make this bring this relationship back into balance. So your person needs to find more balance when it comes to work and home life, and in doing so, that's going to help your person's health. What you can be doing on your end, because you can't really control what they're doing over here. If you have like kids and you have to take care of the home and the kids, if you work, it's telling you more to kind of like make sure you find your own passions, your own hobbies, things that you find passion in. Because it's like learning how to, I don't know why. Okay, that's just what I was getting. I channeled that one. Okay, so let's get some light attributes and shadow attributes for you. Okay, so these are your strengths, and then areas where you need to work on. Okay, so let's get one for your light attribute. One light attribute for you. Light attribute for you. Okay, we got the Martyr. Learning and transcending nature of service to oneself or a cause. Learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. So yeah, learning to do what you're passionate about. Maybe if you're not like, okay, so I don't know why, it says right here, reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. It could be like you're not always, you might not be happy with, I don't want to say not happy with the way life turned out, but it could have been like you were hoping for something more, but Spirit's saying you can't be expecting to get that something more from other people. You have to find that within yourself, and it's not saying move you're miserable with your partner. It doesn't say that. It's like it looks like you want to find balance, but you need to find balance within yourself. This person needs to find balance in their external life, because those two are just kind of you're internalizing this situation and they're externalizing it. I don't know if that makes sense. So yeah, it's for you to find okay, then you got the child eternal. determination to remain young in body and mind and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. It's almost just like you need, maybe it's just the mundanity of everyday life that has you feeling like this, and so you're wanting to feel renewed, right? And so Spirit's saying, find what you're passionate about and go after that. That's what you can do on your part to start to help bring balance into the situation, okay? Let's see what your shadow attributes are. We got the Teacher. Manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits or destructive skills. Okay, and then we got the Student at the bottom. If you have children, I don't, you know, teacher and student, this is the parent and the child, right? Let's say you tell your kids, oh, you should tell mommy or daddy that, you know, when they're gone for so long, it makes you feel really sad. Okay, something like that. Teaching your children how to manipulate the parent it can create destructive traits in your children. And you might not see it that way. You might just see it as, oh, you know, I don't know. Like, you might not, I'm not passing judgment. I'm not, because I don't think maybe that was the intention. But these are the shadow attributes. These are things that we do that we need to look at more carefully, you know. And it could be because you're lacking something within yourself, and you're feeling like there's a lack of something, passion, and you're attributing it to your partner not being around. And Spirit's like, no, that's not what it is. What it is that you need to find something that you find passionate about. Hobbies, you know, even if it's, you know, it doesn't have to be anything crazy where you're spending lots of money, you know. It could be something as simple as joining a book club, you know, connecting with like-minded individuals, people that share your interests, okay? Stuff like that. That's what you need to be thinking about. And when you start feeling whole within yourself, because you know who you are, you know what you like, and you're not just your role, I'm mother, wife, you know, employee, or whatever. You have more meaning in who you are, because yeah, I might be all these things, but I also, like, you know, like me, I geek out on tarot, you know. I enjoy meditating. I enjoy being alone. You know, these are things that make me me. I might be these other things, but there's more to me than just those roles. And that's where the mundanity comes in, and where you're just living your assigned roles. So you need to find something that you're passionate about, and you'll start feeling whole within yourself, and then you'll stop expecting the outside influences to bring you that sense of wholeness. Okay? So just be aware that this is something that you might want to be aware of, is maybe not trying to guilt trip the other parent with the kids. Okay? You know, we've all done it. That's why I said there's no judgment. Okay, so let's look into your person. And this is Okay, so really a need to balance career and personal life. That's all on their side. So let's look at their light attributes. What is it that they... Okay, light attributes. We got the Advocate. Inspires you to put compassion into action. So, okay. Oh. Oh, your person. Your person is very sweet, guys. Oh. Okay, so this person works so hard, right? And you're like, why are you working so hard? And it's just creating imbalance. And this could be something that's really stressing your person out, right? They're like, but I'm working so hard to give you everything that you want, right? Light attribute inspires you to put compassion into action. It's like maybe they didn't have that stable, you know, nice, loving home life, and they want to make sure that that's what they offer to you and your children, right? And then we got the Angel, light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation of return. So they want to give, and because they want to create this environment that they didn't have growing up, but they equate that as working really hard, and the finances are just like on point. Okay, and that, while that's important and that is good, I'm not saying that's bad, you know, because especially it's coming from a very loving place. Your person isn't realizing that in order to keep the home, the family, the finances, everything in perfect flow, there has to be balance in given in all these areas, right? They can't just be putting, all their energy into one area, because then it throws off the balance at home. And okay, I don't know if they really, I don't know if they mean to do this, because they're it's like they're equating financial security to emotional security, and it ties in. Hold on. Okay. Two fell out, but I wasn't even asking. I didn't even set my attention, and it didn't feel right. Okay, so let's look into the shadow attributes of your person, all right? Your partner. What are the shadow attributes of your partner? These are the things that they really need to focus on. Okay. And if you're watching this and your partner isn't, this information is not for you to manipulate your person. This information is for you to understand what you can do on your part, and understand what your person needs as well. If you really, I imagine if you're coming to couples counseling, you're you're willing to make it work. And if you're trying to make it work for all the wrong reasons, it's going to come out in that too, in here too. So don't think you're going to be slick here. All right? But I'm not getting any of that energy from this. Shadow attributes for your person, please. Yeah, okay. Femme fatale. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a female. It could be a male. It just says inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. So they could be status and money driven, but it does come from a place of wanting to provide, protect, you know. They equate that, they equate money to power and security. So, all right, so let's break this down, okay? Let's break this down. Oh, I put them back. Oh, okay. I think you got that one. You got them martyr for your light attributes, right? And then you got the teacher for the shadow. I remember those two. And then the child eternal. Wait. Maybe that, okay. Anyways, sorry guys. I'll get better as time goes on, I promise. Okay, so let's look into you. This is the message for you. The renewal and the Ace of Fire, talking about going after what it is that you find passionate about, okay? What can you tell us about this? Okay, so we got the Four of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. So we're talking about like maybe working from home might help your marriage by bringing a little bit more balance. You know, and doing something that you love is going to bring your person a lot of joy. Knowing that it's not you having to work because you have to, because finances are tight, because your person is a very proud person. They want to know that their family is good, but they're taking on all the burden of that to maintain this image of power, stability. You know, I'm the man kind of person. I'm the woman. You know, that's what your person's kind of coming off. And they do it from a very loving and giving place, because like I said, they want to protect theirs, you know, their family. So what Spirit is saying is, if you want to bring balance into your relationship, find balance within yourself. Go after what you are passionate about. It could be working from home. It's going to bring balance into your relationship, in your marriage, okay? So let's see. Learning to transcend nature of service to oneself or a cause. Yeah, so this is, I'm getting this. Look at these two cards, how they're floating up in the air. It's like you love your person. You love your person and you're willing to help them. You probably just didn't know what it was that they needed. You know, you were really stressed out. You could have felt like they weren't, you know, they were keeping their guard up. Like, you're like, what's wrong? And you knew something was wrong and they wouldn't tell you. It's because they, you know, they're a proud person. You know, but if you were to do something that you love, if you started to bring in money, and it doesn't have to be a lot, but let's say it started bringing in a little bit of money. It was something that you really enjoyed doing, and it's something you can do from home while still being able to, you know, manage the kids and the home. It would really bring balance into your relationship, because your person wouldn't be putting in all this energy. You know, this is balance, you know, and this is an imbalance. And, you know, your home life could be, you could have the nice home and everything looks really picture perfect on the outside. But when we're talking about cups, we're talking about the home, the emotions surrounding the home, in the family. It's imbalanced. So it's going to start bringing balance to your home. If you start doing something, you know, working from home, something that you find a lot of joy in, okay? So let's look into your shadow attributes. I don't see a lot of bad stuff, okay? It's just kind of, it's hopefully giving you some clarity on things that you can, you know, start to look into, you know, different options. You could have been like, I never thought about that. Like, what am I passionate about? You know, start exploring. It's, you know, that's what it is. Taking the step to start to do that exploration of who you are. Let's look into the shadow attributes. This is manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits and destructive skills. I thought that was more just like that little bit of, you know, oh, tell mommy, tell daddy, you know. Yeah, okay. Okay. So remember, again, when you go to work to make the money, it makes us feel sad and lonely, right? We don't like when you leave. We don't like it when you leave. And it makes us sad. Spirit's saying that, you know, I don't know if you realize that you were doing this to your kids, but this could be potentially destructive later on in their life as they learn, they learn to manipulate their partners, which isn't healthy. Okay, so just be aware. That's just something that you need to be aware of, okay? So let's look into your person. We got work, needing to balance their life, their home life, and their career. It's bringing instability in the home. What can you tell us about this? We got the moon. We got the moon. So these are secrets about a new beginning and something that they would have really, they thought they would have really loved. They moved away from that. Because it could have brought them a lot of abundance, or they feel like it could have. And so they're really disappointed. They don't like that they had to walk away. This might be something that's hidden on their end. And that's why they're putting in so many hours. Okay. They might be a little resentful. If there was a work opportunity that happened in the past that they turned down because, you know, maybe you highly encourage them to turn it down, they might be kind of feeling a little resentful about that. We have the Two of Swords. Like they feel like they cut something out, not knowing, you know, without seeing things clearly. And so they're really, yeah, they're not happy with what they got. It could have brought in a lot of financial abundance. Yeah, they feel like it could have brought them a lot of, but they had to move away from it. Why did they feel like they had to move away from it? Why did they feel like they had to move away from it? Okay, I'm getting like, it was their happiness, something that they were really passionate about, but it wouldn't bring in a lot of money. Like it would have taken, like somebody could have told them that, oh, You're deceiving yourself to think that you could be successful in this. So it's like they allow people to get in their ear and tell them that you'll never make money off of that. So they're like, okay, I guess I'll go down a more traditional way of being, even though they didn't want to. So this could have been like they wanted to be some kind of creative, right? And they're like, well, you're never going to make money doing that. You need to get a job as, assistant manager of Strickland Propane, something like that. And so that's what this person did. They went off and got a more respectable job that they see. That others see is, that's what a man or a woman should be doing. And so they might feel a little bit resentful. And so now they're like, okay, well, that's what everybody wanted. And so now I'm going to throw myself into that. And that's how they see themselves is, okay, well, if money's power, that's what I'm going to go after, and make sure that, my kids and my family are taken care of. So it's something that comes from a good place, but it's turned kind of shadowy because it's become kind of a source of resentment. Yeah, they need to look at that. That's why when you start to follow your passions, it's gonna probably allow your person to think, oh, it's okay for me to follow mine. So if they're working less, maybe they'll be more at home, creating whatever it is that they want to create. And that's the best thing you can do for your children. Instead of trying to, guilt trip them against the other parent, allow them to see that it's okay for you to follow your passions and your person to follow their passions. And how it brings a beautiful flow of loving, caring energy. Because it allows you to be you and them to be them. And it allows your kids to grow up knowing it's okay for me to, I have to pay the bills, I have to have a job, I have to do these things, but it's okay for me to follow my passions as well. Okay. All right, so let's look into these light attributes. Okay, let's look into these light attributes. What can you tell us about this? Yeah, it's about taking care of the family. It's all about taking care of the family. They want to make sure that you and your kids, that you lack for nothing. And they want to make sure that they are that fierce protector from anybody who tries to create craziness and conflict in your world. This is a strong protector. Let's look into the femme fatale. This is the inappropriate use of sensuality attracts attachment to money and power. That's what I'm getting more, the attachment to money and power. Okay. This person is deceiving themselves that money and power brings victory and happiness. They're deceiving themselves. The truth is, they just want to protect what they love, And they think it's just a tainted view of money and power. But they see it as, if I have the money, I have the power, I have the ability to protect all that I love. So that love or that desire for protection and through power and money is what's driving this person to put too much time and effort into creating that. So when you if you're the person who wants to help your partner by focusing on you healing yourself, you're going to start to help heal them. You know, this is stuff that takes time. Advice. Okay, let's get advice from, let me pick up these cards real quick and then we'll get you some advice. And guidance, all right? Let me use this deck. I might switch up the decks for advice and guidance. We'll see what comes through first. So let's see what advice Spirit has for you. What advice does Spirit have for you? 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 I got the Lovers. Make choices from your heart. Deeply emotional commitments. The power of love. I'm getting a lot of love all over this reading, man. A lot of love. But even though you have love for one another, when things are kind of out of balance, you tend to go into your shadowy side and try to figure things out in a not so healthy way at times, you know? And, you know, there's a lot of love here. So you healing yourself, you're going to help heal your partner, okay? So that's, let's get a message for you. I want it to pop out. There's a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. So yeah, I'm just getting, you know, communicating, you know, and I know, so, ugh, everybody's like, oh, communication, you know, sometimes it's annoying to hear it, but there's so much love in this relationship that communication is going to be beneficial for you. And you don't have this, you don't want to go at it and tell them, you know, oh, I'm going to, well, it says working alone may not be the best answer. I'm getting more with that is, what I'm getting with that is trying to fix the relationship just on your part and let him or her figure their shit out, you know? Communicating, okay, this is what I've realized. I put a lot of pressure on you to always be here when I know you just want to, you're just working hard to provide a beautiful, safe home for us. So I'm going to start focusing on some passions, like something I can, you know, a work from home type of job, something that I'm passionate about. And it doesn't have to be bringing in tons of money, but those little steps that your partner sees you taking, they'll start feeding into your, hopefully, you know, with the love I see here, I don't doubt it, that this person will nourish your dreams and aspirations, right? I think that's great, you know, and then they'll start in their mind, well, maybe if this takes off, maybe I can cut back some hours, you know, creating that energy. But you have to take the steps. That's how you can best help your partner. But this isn't something that's going to happen overnight. It's something that you're beginning to create, okay? Working alone may not be beneficial, may not be the best answer. You know, working together to create the existence that you want, because there is a lot of love in this relationship. You want peace in this relationship. Okay, so let's get a message for your was going to get one for your partner. We got the Four of Gabriel. This says time for a celebration. Abundant rewards for hard work. Release yourself from burdensome situation. Your partner is they have created stability for your life. So they've created what they wanted to create. So now it's time for you guys both to take the next step up, okay? We've created this now that we're stable in our finances, we're stable in our home life. You know, we can afford to take a little bit of risks. You know, you start your home job, or maybe I start working on my creative passions, whatever, you know what I mean? It's okay for me to cut back hours at work. Like I said, this isn't stuff that's going to happen overnight, but it will begin to bring peace and balance in this relationship. And there's so much love here that it doesn't, you know, it doesn't, man, you guys are going to be all right. You guys are going to be all right. So let's get one final card for, okay, I was going to ask for the one more card for your overall, for a message for your, I was going to ask for another message when we're in regards to your relationship. And we got the Chariot. Determination and self-control, career advancement. So you guys have created a nice life for yourself. It's time to step this up and in your careers by following something a little bit more passion driven, creative. It has to, you know, something that's, like I said, it doesn't have to be something that brings in tons of money, but, you know, it's time to get out of your comfort zone. Acknowledgement of success by others. People have seen how far you have come, how much you have built, and when you follow after, just be a little bit more free-spirited and going after what it is that you desire, people are going to start to notice that in you. So, yeah. All right. Time to take action, guys. It's time to take action. All right, guys. Well, I hope this was helpful. I hope it brought some clarity, and I hope that, yeah, it helps you to make the tweaks in your relationship, that to build a stronger, more loving, stable, strong foundation for you and your family. And it looks like you have a very stable foundation as it is. Yeah, they're just things that come up within ourselves that we need to look at and address. And once we make the proper adjustments, everything can flow back in a nice, with this nice energy that goes through you, okay? So, all right, guys, well, I think I'm going to leave that there. I hope this helped, and we will see you guys next time.